Dennis. I'd like to start off with a question. What is the connection between a prisoner who's escaped from prison and is in a parachute floating down and a Tory minister who's in decline?
Cons and no descent.
No, they're both cons descendants. As I mean to go on. Angela, fantastic questions, and I love the way that you started with Richard, someone who's experienced it, so that everyone knows this is how a tabletop is done. Or maybe not. Because Richard's question, if you could live your life again, what would you change and why? So I'm thinking, maybe he's going to speak about reincarnation. Maybe he's going to speak about no regrets. Did I think he was going to speak about wetting himself? But he did start with a word of the day, so well done on that. And there was some great humour, although he never actually answered the question. But, so then we went on to, the next one was Malcolm. What animal would you choose as a pet and why? Went straight into it, started talking about cats and how they don't need walking. He was really confident, and I don't think he's been on stage before, you haven't been spoken on here before. He really gave it some thought, and he really had sticking power because he stayed here for the full 2 minutes. He didn't just think of the first thing and thought, I'm not sure what they're saying, and go and sit down. He really stuck to it. As for recommendations for how you can improve, Malcolm, you tended to just sort of look in one direction and you weren't actually looking at the audience. Maybe you were terrified and you thought we were going to be throwing things at you. But try to have more eye contact, but you did really well. Our next speaker was Dev. Where would you choose to live and why? Now, before I actually get into Dev's evaluation, who here has seen the film American Pie? Right, we've got a few. Do you remember the dad in American Pie?
Yeah.
It's Dev, isn't it?
11 stone.
All the people who haven't seen it haven't got a clue what I'm talking about. Believe me, if you see it, you'll know what I mean. He talked about Calcutta. He's gaining confidence with each meeting. Each time he speaks up here, he's getting better and better. And I love the way your body language was really good as well. And I think, as a recommendation, move with purpose. If you're going to move, make sure there's a reason for it, because there was a couple of times you just seem to be kind of aimlessly wandering around. So either just stay still or move with purpose. But you talked about that you'd love to live in Calcutta, and you ended up with saying, but I don't think it will ever happen. You can make it happen, I'm sure you can, if that's what you want. The fourth speaker was John, and I love the way John just grasped the opportunity and came up here, because 2 weeks ago I was a table topics master, and I asked John a question, and he ducked it. But today, he wasn't even asked a question, and he seized the opportunity, carved the air, and well done, John. And the question was, what would you need to make you more confident in life? Well, it's Toastmasters, obviously. But that is effectively what he said. Maybe don't have your hands in your pockets and try to speak a bit longer. Just, I mean, what a tactic that some people do, if they're struggling to think of things to say, you can actually just interact with the audience and we'll just throw things that you can roll with. But well done, you went for it. And our last speaker was Justin, who also jumped at the opportunity to speak, because this man loves to speak, believe me. And he was given a question, what book would you read if you were given a choice? And he rightly said, well, am I not normally given a choice on what book to read? But obviously the answer to that question should be a book to how to answer table topics and speak for 2 minutes. That should be the answer to the question, but that's not what he said. But there was some great humour, condescending on Windows. That was the worst pun in I come out. But another great table topic, and back to Dennis.